Do you think there's too many warning labels on things?
Like what?
I mean, just how everything has an idiot sticker on it. You know, some kind of a warning. Don't do this. Don't do that. It's on everything.
Like don't consume Tide Pods.
Yeah, like that. I think there's too many warning labels.
You want to get rid of the dumb people?
Oh yeah, need to reintroduce a little natural.
Just let them take care of themselves.
Yes, natural selection.
There we go.
Let it work itself out.
All right, bring it back.
Yep. Welcome everybody back to Field the Table. I really appreciate y'all coming back. We are releasing episodes every Friday on YouTube and all of your various podcast hosting apps and websites and thing. I don't even know where all it goes. It goes lots of places where you can listen to it and watch it on YouTube. If you enjoy what we're doing here, please comment on our Instagram feed to let us know what you think. Love it, hate it, that's fine. Let me know. Just say something in the comment section after you like and subscribe and click all the buttons and bells and all the cool stuff that goes along with it. Mr. Ben Reed, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You've tied your record for episodes in a row now. You're back for the second one.
2 in a row? Is that
Yes.
it? Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. I watched or listened to yours and Kaylee's on the Enneagram.
And
so I have some questions.
Okay.
Mainly, what's your type? You never even like officially said your type, so I'm kind of curious. What do you think?
We were talking. Well, of course, Kaylee talks about it all the time, but I think I'm an 8. She thinks she's coming around to the idea that I might be a 9 because I kept saying throughout the whole thing that I'm a little bit of that. I'm a little bit of that. I'm a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
And those apparently type 9s are like the junk drawer for Enneagram types. If you're a little bit of everything, we just junk drawer you into type 9. Then that's just where you live.
Do you prefer, if you had to choose, junk drawer or junk bowl?
Drawer.
You prefer a drawer?
Yeah. So
Put it away.
Close it.
Can't
It's
see
hidden.
it.
Yeah.
I hate junk bowls.
I hate clutter.
Anytime you get a nice bowl in my house with, kids and active household, if it's empty, it will be full by the end of the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just random junk.
Yeah. And some of it's mine, and that's okay. But if it has a place to go, that's where it goes. And if that place is the trash, then it goes in the trash.
But everybody has a good junk drawer.
Oh, yeah. We have one in the kitchen. Yeah. It's all the random pens and Sharpies and instruction
Rubber
manuals
bands
for small appliances and the one battery left in the pack. That's where that goes.
For your smoke alarm.
Yeah.
But when your smoke alarm goes out, it's not there anymore.
Oh, of course not. Never.
Find it.
Yeah.
Buy a new pack.
Kids have taken it and they've used it and they've put one new battery in just to keep it going, even though the thing takes 4 batteries.
Did you ever put 9 volts in your mouth when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good feeling, right?
I think that's what's part of what's wrong with me. Just look them all the time.
Are there warning labels on 9 volts?
Probably not on the, no, they're not on the battery themselves, but they're definitely on the package. Okay. Do not consume, do not disassemble.
I would do double A's a lot too. You put the whole thing, and then you get like the touch both. It wasn't, 9 volts way more powerful.
Yeah, I know. I just never thought about putting a double A in my mouth and just.
Well, you have to, right? Because to get both ends.
Yeah, sure.
The positive and negative, you got to.
I don't know.
It's just like a very gentle little buzz,
It's only 3 volts, so yeah, I can see it being a little.
9 volts like kind of hurts a bit,
Yeah, a little bit if you leave it on there too long. It's fun though. You ever been shocked, like, household power 120 volt?
Oh yeah, in my old house, before it burned down, I was putting in. This is back when I was like really stupid. Obviously, I've learned a few things, but I was plugging in our new dryer, and I didn't undo the packaging. So the end of the dryer, all the 3 things were like tied together.
Oh shit!
Which are not supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I plugged it into the wall before hooking up to the dryer, which is stupid. And I plugged it in like huge sparks and zap, and my hand was like black a little bit. And
oh man,
mainly just from like the smoke and whatever that happened. But yeah, that hurt. And I've also been shocked by electric fence.
Oh, that's a good one.
Also hurts.
Yeah, that hurts a lot. That gets to your soul.
Luckily, it was like a dog fence, not like a horse fence.
Yeah.
You
It'll still hurt though. Yeah, I've been hit a couple times. I've been hit so many times by 120, just the regular voltage in the plug or the switch or whatever. It just kind of tickles now. I'm kind of over the pain part of it. It just kind of, if you hold on to it long enough, then it, like, my elbows start to hurt or my shoulder starts to hurt, my neck sometimes. But that kind of, I'm kind of numb to that a little bit. But 220 hurts. And then for all the electricians out there, I was working at a school, and all of the overhead lights, the whole district was a mix of 120 volt, 220, and 277. And there's something special between 220 and 277, even though it's only 50-volt difference. 277 has a special kick to it. And we killed the breaker, and we were changing all the light fixtures from the fluorescent bulbs to the new LEDs. And so we were taking the fixtures apart, of course, taking the bulbs out, and then they had a special ballast that we put in there, and then putting the LED bulbs in. And I just didn't think about it, didn't pay attention to what I was doing. And similar to our office, there's nighttime lights that stay on. They're on a separate power source. They have to, per building code, they have to be on
Mm-hmm.
24 hours a day. And I knew what it was. I just wasn't paying attention and got my needle nose up there to cut the power, because we were doing it fast. Just cut the wire, cut the wires on both sides of the ballast, get it out, boom, and just go, 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 go. And I cut those wires, and needle nose pliers, when they have a little cutter in the back.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it completely blew that out. It was round.
Oh, wow.
There was no cutter head left at all. And everyone in the hallway, we were working in, like a long hallway in a junior high, and everyone jumped off their ladders and came running. They all thought I was dead, because I stood there for a second just in shock. Not literally, but just making sure that I'm still alive, and making, like, looking around, and they all came running, and they thought I was holding on to the wire like I couldn't move, type thing. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, I'm fine. Just making sure I didn't shit my pants. Status check. Hang on, I'll get back to you in a second.
Yikes, dude. That's crazy.
It was not good. Very scary.
So getting back to the Enneagram, you think you're a 9.
I think
Oh,
I'm
you're
an
thinking
8. Kaylee thinks I'm a 9. We're
So
actually going to do it one day and figure it
an
out for
official
real.
test. So what is the 8? Like, how would you describe yourself according to this little magical number thing?
Just very direct, no nonsense. And then 9s are just kind of all over the place, which I can be too.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, you got that like wing thing, right?
Yeah. The wing
Flap a
thing.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The flapper.
Yeah. The flapper. Don't tell Kaylee that.
My justification for being an 8 is that's where I spend the majority of my life. Now, I told her the reason I don't think I'm a 9 is because, when I'm doing different things throughout my life, I can be those different, like, I'm not the same person at work or when I'm working on my family's budget that I am hanging out with my 10-year-old daughter, who's super artistic and,
mhm.
super just squirrel all the time, and everything's arts and crafts. And I can do that too when I need to, but it doesn't come naturally to me. I have to, like, really try hard to be a creative, type person. So I don't know. See,
I thought it was funny when Kaylee said, I forgot the number, but she was like, I think you're this, the life of the party, super outgoing.
no,
I was like, what? That's not
no.
that's not Daniel. But I think I see why she thinks that, which is also funny because she and I guess others here don't think I'm a 4 and they think I'm something else, which is hilarious to me. But I think it's like it's our work mode, right? Like I
Yes,
act
yes,
very differently
yes,
while I'm at work.
yes,
And when you're in like a media setting or like doing a video, you're like super out there and
yeah.
crazy, but like that doesn't mean that's how you are all the time.
Which is what I told y'all the other day when we were hanging out. It is so uncomfortable for me to do this and, like, be on camera and people know my face and who I am or what. Not that I'm popular or anything, but
Oh,
more
you are.
than more than 20 people know my name and know who I am, and that's very strange for me, because I've always been just this little enclosed person, and I like my life simple, and that's how but then I come to work and I turn it on, and but then I leave it here. And I told her, when I get home, I'm exhausted because I've put out the energy all day long of working and getting stuff done and talking to
Mhm.
people and conversating and and then when I get home, whoop, I'm done. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
dude, I
done.
I am the same. Like, I'm a 4 through and through. I I wanna be alone. I get energy, so when I see people, that was like, "Oh, they're gonna take energy from me."
Yes, yes.
And that's the classic, like, introvert, extrovert, right? Extroverts see people as they're gonna get energy from them.
Mhm.
Introverts see it as, like, depleting,
Yep.
and in actuality too.
That's
So
exactly how I describe introvert, which is why I asked her at the beginning of that,
mhm,
is there any consideration for introvert versus extrovert? And I appreciate her answer that no, you can be that's completely separate. You can be an extroverted for an introverted for, or each type. It has nothing to do with. They're not correlated. Which
right.
okay, I'm glad she said that. I understand that, but I always describe introverts and extroverts the same way, and it's funny that you do too. That introverts like dealing with people and being in a social setting is just draining. And that's me. But I'm extroverted enough that I'm not quiet or shy or like reserved. I was when I was a kid.
Mhm,
Like I remember hiding behind my dad, and but my mom and dad were business people. They were happening. They were, had social networks and they had colleagues and they had partners and they had all the stuff and they were, out and about, all the time. And I would initially be shy, and then as soon as I got to know you and felt comfortable around it, then I would kind of come out, from behind from behind my dad's leg. But yeah, it's just funny that you say it that way because I always have to.
oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. It's funny, we watched the eclipse recently,
Yeah,
last week.
yeah. What did you do?
I was in the office.
Oh yeah, but
Were
did
you
you go?
not in the
I
office?
went to lunch at my sister's house.
That's right. So everybody in the office, we went onto the parking lot roof
Okay,
and kind of watched it. Had a pretty good view. Wasn't too crowded, maybe 100 people, 200,
okay,
but spread out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we had our own little group, field pulse employees.
All right,
It was super cool, but in the like extroverted, introverted lens, I would have like much rather been alone and just like either not done it or like, go out to the, I don't know, somewhere,
just
you know.
on the grassy mound over there on the grassy
Yeah,
lot over
sure.
there.
Just
Just
like
sit down and
talk
watch
to
by yourself.
myself or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But it was cool. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was interesting. I guess I didn't look into it or read into it all that much because we just had an eclipse in 17.
Mhm.
And so I thought like I've seen a couple of these in my life. What's the big damn deal? Why are people traveling here? But I didn't realize that it was a total eclipse, and the other ones that we had ever seen had been partials.
Mhm.
Okay, I when somebody said that to me, I think it was my nephew said that to me. Oh, oh, that's why it's such a big deal. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, it was a bit different.
Yeah, so many people traveled here. Would you ever travel
For
to
the
go?
eclipse?
Yeah, to go see a full
Well,
eclipse.
now that we've seen one and know what it's like, I would be more inclined to do it, but I've also seen one, so, like, I feel like I'm good,
Yeah,
you know?
I'm good.
It was cool, but
Yeah,
would
it
I
is.
travel to, like, where is it next in, like, in 20 years, it's gonna be somewhere,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Florida or whatever. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah, I've seen it. It's cool. And that's been most of the places I've been, like on road trips and stuff as a kid. Like, I've seen the Grand Canyon. It's amazing. Now I want my kids to see it, so I want to go back for them to see it, but I don't need to like go on a regular
See,
basis.
that's the thing, like, when the eclipse comes up, like, if it's our one big family trip for the year,
Uh huh.
heck no. I'd rather go see Mount Rushmore
Yeah.
or the Grand Canyon or 12 other places, you know?
The people that travel, apparently, this is kind of a thing. People, a cousin of I don't know, third removed or whatever. He's somehow in my family. I don't know how it's related. He travels for these things. He travels for eclipses. He can do that and he does quite often. And I was thinking about it to myself. I wonder if those people are like aliens or robots or something and like the eclipse messes with their signal from the sun, and it kind of
Mm.
Just I don't know. I had a funny thought. It didn't go very far, but
Your cousin might be an alien?
yeah,
Okay.
because I'm just wondering, like, the moon moving in front of the sun disrupts the signal that they're getting, and they
Mhm.
kind of short circuit for a second, and they like the feeling of it. I don't know.
Okay, so the eclipse is that 9-volt battery to
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, got
A
it.
really good comedian could take that prompt and make that into a whole bit. I can't, but somebody else could. So if there's any comedians out there, have
No, I
it.
thought it
Go
was
for it.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it, it's a good seed for a good bit. Somebody could use it. I told one of my sisters who's very methodical and she's very by the book and she's very I don't know, very engineering ish.
What type is she?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
But she's very. Both of my sisters are intelligent, but this particular sister is very book smart. The other one is extremely street smart, and I kept looking over at her, thinking, "Oh, she's gonna glitch out because she's." She's losing her signal from space. I thought she was just gonna just power down for a second.
Is there something else going on with you with these people that
I don't know. These are just things I think about.
Okay, alright. I like it. Did you tell them this?
No, I did not.
Okay, that's probably smart.
Yeah, and
Because if they aren't, well, then they're, not gonna like you, and if they are, they're gonna,
yeah,
probably take you somewhere and do experiments,
yeah,
if you're lucky.
yeah. I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I mean, just don't make it hurt, I guess, please.
They'll give you some good 9 volts.
Yeah, just shocked me before, so that hurts worse.
You watched any so, are you a movie guy? I feel like you're
Kind
not that
of,
big of a movie guy.
kind of.
Let's talk about movies. I'm a huge movie guy.
Okay,
I watched Ghostbusters recently.
the newest one.
No, the
Okay,
original.
which one? Okay, the
The
original ones. Yeah.
original. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah,
Have
yeah.
you seen it recently?
Within the last couple of years, yeah,
Oh, okay, that's fairly recently.
yeah,
So it's an '80s movie.
yeah.
Um, I don't think I'd seen it since I was like 6,
Okay,
which I don't know why a 6-year-old would be watching this movie because it's not a kids movie.
yeah.
But for whatever reason, I think every parent back then thought it was a kids movie because a lot of kids saw it.
Yeah, because it was an animated alien, so everybody, I'm sure when it came out, and then all the kids' toys and everything that came out
Mhm.
with it. It was a cartoon show for a while, so I'm sure.
Well, I
Yeah.
think, yeah, when they made Ghostbusters 2, it became a lot more kid friendly.
Yes.
But the first one, like, has some legit scary stuff. There's like
Uh huh.
some weird sexual stuff
That
going on.
first scene in the library, that
That
is
scene
not a
is
kid
no,
scene.
that is legit scary. But so watching it as an adult, I never knew like how good of a movie it is. It's actually really good. Like Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, man, they're like
Yeah.
so funny. And there's just so many like really, really small like nuances to the comedy that we don't see these days anymore. But like
Hmm.
they're just like 100 tiny little one-liners. They're so funny in the background, not like in your face.
Yep. Yep.
Man, it's like it was so good. I
Didn't
was
Dan
impressed.
Aykroyd write that movie?
Yeah.
I believe he
Or he wrote
did.
a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's responsible for the concept and the
Yep.
overall idea. I'm sure he had a hand in writing it. Maybe he didn't write the script, but he definitely
Yeah. I
wrote
think
the.
he's attributed to be the curator
Yeah,
or
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
I heard him, and who was the other guy with the glasses? What was his name?
In the show, his name is Egon,
Yeah,
the actor. I don't know.
he's been in a couple things. So I one time you might look it up. You might be able to find it. There's an interview with Dan Aykroyd and Egon because we don't know his real name right now. Doing an interview about starting filming with Ghostbusters, and Bill Murray wasn't there on day one, or like he hadn't arrived yet, and they were going to start filming at in the morning, 7, 8 o'clock or whatever, and he wasn't there, and so they're getting nervous because they've known Bill Murray for a long time. By that point, they've been friends for a long time.
Harold Ramis.
Yes, Harold Ramis. Yes, so they're talking about starting filming, and Bill Murray's not there yet, and they think that he's flaked, or they think that he's not coming, and they because Bill Murray, if you don't know, Bill Murray kind of does whatever Bill Murray feels like doing. And if he just doesn't feel like doing it, then he just doesn't do it. And if he does feel like doing it, well, then he just does it. And that's how he lives his whole life. And so they were really nervous that he flaked out. And then here he comes at like 11 o'clock, something like as they were getting ready to start filming. Everybody's getting on set in position, and then here comes Bill Murray, gets in a suit real quick. What's up, guys? And then just boom, they pop, start filming, and it's on. Like, and he's there, and it's all good. But they were so relieved to see him pull up at the last minute, and they were giving him a hard time about showing up. He's like, "I was playing golf. Sorry, guys. I told you I'd be here. What are you so worried about?"
I mean, that's it makes sense because like I think as a director's cut you can watch, but I think like 90% of his lines are just
I'm
ad
sure they
libbed,
are.
just
I'm
off
sure
the
they have
cuff.
script written for him. He's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, he just goes,
Yep.
and man, he is so funny and quick,
Yep.
and just there's just again, I if you watch it, just there's just so many like really small things in the background. Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, it's very good. I was surprised. So, movies for you, what do you have a genre you like?
Really, I know it's kind of a hack answer, but really a lot of different things. I don't really like horror movies, but I love zombie movies.
Okay.
But the suspenseful, horror movies, no. But when it has zombies in it, I'm all about it. First, I don't know, I love it.
What's your favorite zombie movie?
I knew you were gonna ask me that.
I mean, naturally.
I have it on DVD at home.
Zombieland?
That's a good one. That was filmed in Garland.
Really?
Yeah. That opening scene at the
Wait,
gas
I think I
station,
knew that.
that is off of Miller Road in Garland,
Oh,
Texas.
I think I knew that. That's amazing.
Most of that movie was filmed in Texas. Uh they're at the mall, they're locked in the mall, and the apocalypse breaks out, and there's 6 or 7 of them in the mall, and then
Wait, is this Zombieland or the
y-
movie you're talking
no,
about?
the movie I'm talking about
Okay.
is they're locked in the mall, and to get out of the mall, they take the mall shuttles and they armor them up, and they have propane tanks from a hardware store, and that's how they get out. But I can't remember what it's called right now.
Is not ringing any bells.
It was kind of a low budget film.
I'm looking to our audience
But
for
that
help, but I don't think they know either.
Dawn of the Dead. Thank you. Yes, Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, see, I've seen Shaun of the Dead,
Yeah,
which is
that
one
was
of my
good too.
favorites.
I love the end when he's got him in his shed and they're playing video games. And you remember the line from that movie? There's something about the owner or the founder of the pub, or maybe the guy that was there. He didn't think dogs could look up. You remember that
Wait,
plot?
no.
There's a
Seriously?
whole scene in that movie where they're sitting at the pub and they're ragging on this old man who's not there anymore. And he's either the founder of the pub or he's the guy that's always there, whenever you come in. And they start arguing about him. And then, I forget his name. Like, he didn't, fuck him. He didn't think dogs could look up.
That's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand the context, but
I can't describe it to you. You just gotta watch it.
had to
There's
be
it's
there.
it's a funny scene in that movie. He didn't think dogs could look up. I'll never forget that. But getting back to your original question, though, Joe and I were just talking about this yesterday when we were doing our Field Post 360 series with Libby. I can't pick a favorite movie of all time, but I have to say the trilogy, the Batman trilogy that Christopher Nolan did.
Mm.
That is every time I completely annoy my wife. Every time I see it, I click on it. It's like I have to watch one of these movies. Scrolling through HBO or scrolling, wherever it's on, I have to click on it. I love those movies.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good. Do you like Nolan's other films?
Yeah, we talked about the other one, Memento.
Oh yeah, that's like one of his
Yeah,
first, like his number 2, I
movie
think.
backwards basically.
Movie's fun.
Is very well done. I didn't think that I would like it. I thought it would be too, I don't know, cerebral or
Yeah,
something. But
there's just enough comedy throughout and like just normal stuff
uh-huh.
that you kind of just ignore the. That's kind of like all of Nolan's films. Like he plays with these really complex concepts And if you think too hard about it, they kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
You're just meant to enjoy the ride and like kind
Yeah.
of think about it, like mostly ignore the science, you know?
Yeah. What about you? Favorite movies, genres, decades? What do you like?
Uh, I like all movies, honestly, except for horror. So you and I are right there.
Okay.
Uh, my cap of horror is like Get Out or Nope. You seen those?
I think I saw the trailer for Nope when it's
You got to watch. That's
isn't
a
it like the
Jordan Peele.
twins of themselves? Of everyone has a twin or something, but it's
No,
okay.
I literally cannot describe it without spoiling it. So you just
Oh,
got to
that's
watch
fine.
it. But they're like not gory. They're not like very horror at all. It's just very suspenseful and like a
Okay.
little bit of horror. So that's my max. I love suspense though. Um, my favorite movie of all time is You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Why is that your favorite movie?
Oh, a lot of reasons. I've watched it like 1,000 times when I was younger. Every time I was sick, I would like watch it. It was my
Comfort
sick,
movie?
yeah, it was a comfort movie. I don't know
Okay.
why, like since I was like 5 years old. So I've seen it a ton. It's not really predecessor, but Sleepless in Seattle
Uh-huh.
movie sucks. So don't come at me with that movie.
Okay.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
But it's also Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep,
everyone
yep.
calls You've Got Mail a sequel. It is not a sequel. It's not a remake. It's its own thing. And it's actually good.
Okay.
So outside of that, yeah, I like all movies mainly. That's such a good answer, isn't it?
So,
Interesting.
Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
That's one of I've that's a close second. That's so my
Wait, what's your? So you have the Nolan Batman series, and then you have Blazing
yeah.
Saddles. Those could not be more different.
Yep.
I like it.
And then I've always loved Independence Day too. Maybe mainly because I was the right age when that movie came out.
You mean also not number two, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Also,
Because there
yes.
is a sequel now.
Oh yeah, and that was okay.
I actually haven't seen it, but it looked. I heard it was bad.
It was okay.
All right.
It was a tribute to the original, but it was okay. It was you knew what to expect getting into it, and you weren't disappointed, but you weren't blown away either.
Okay.
It was I watched it and I was okay. I don't need to see it again, but I watched it. And it's okay. Um, but yeah, Independence Day. I was the perfect age for that movie to come out, and the the special effects and the graphics and that kind of thing. And I wasn't paying too close attention because I was younger. And now you watch it and you can see, I mean, it's very well done for the time, but you can still see, buildings just fall over. Like that's not how buildings fall.
Yeah, I mean, like the graphics,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
some of
yeah.
the alien stuff.
Yeah.
It's not very.
It's okay, but
It's
I
good though. Good writing.
yeah, and Will Smith just makes the movie. He's
Will Smith's amazing.
yeah.
Who's his counterpart? Is it
Um the guy in
Can't think of the actor's name.
Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum.
Yes,
Yeah.
Goldie.
Yeah.
I love him.
He drives around the Jurassic Park Explorer. That's his car.
Seriously.
Yeah, he got an Explorer from the
You
set.
mean people drive him around and he's in the back?
No, he drives it.
Oh,
He drives it every day. I think he
that was a
even
reference
I didn't get it.
because yeah, like he had his leg chopped off or whatever.
Oh, no, he was just wounded. He healed up. He's all right.
But the famous scene, he's in the back of it and they're driving him away.
Yeah, but it's just wrapped up. His leg's not chopped
Yeah,
off.
all right,
It's-
all right, all
yeah,
right.
yeah,
all
he's
right,
okay.
all right.
He recovered. He's okay.
He survived the island.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he got that car. He drove that car so much, that Explorer. I think he even had it refurbished, like repainted. They rebuilt the engine. They completely reupholstered the whole thing. And it's from what I hear, it's his everyday vehicle. Drives it around every day. Can you imagine?
But it's like the actual Jeep.
It's the Ford Explorer that was on the track.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yep.
Does it have the paint
Oh yeah.
and the
Yeah.
graphics?
Full graphics. It looks like the vehicle on the tracks in Jurassic Park.
He's a weird dude, man.
He
So
is very
I would
strange.
believe he would drive that around. Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
seen his cooking or like food show?
No, my wife said something about it, but I haven't seen it.
It's entertaining, but he's just a wacky dude.
He's
Yeah.
just super out there, kind of artsy kind of guy. Or I
Have you
haven't
seen
paid that much attention
you're
to him.
probably not like a are you a Marvel fan?
No,
Have you
no,
seen the Thor 3 that has Jeff
nope.
Goldblum in it? He plays this eccentric, wacky, like weird dictator sort of guy, and like
Okay.
I think it's just Jeff Goldblum,
I was gonna say they
like just
just let him
being
loose.
himself.
They just put him on set and gave him $1 million and said, "Have fun."
Dude, I mean, it's a comedy, but like his character is so strange, and like I think he also did 99% of his lines ad lib. He's just like doing random stuff and
Okay.
messing with actors' hair and like just weird stuff on set, but
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say about Blazing Saddles is I had a theater class in high school that I had to take, and it was my favorite high school class. Is one I always remember because the teacher, we went through Blazing Saddles 5 minutes every day. We watched 5 minutes of Blazing Saddles when we walked in and sat down, and then we spent the rest of the time dissecting it and talking about it and talking about the nuances and what it meant and why this was acceptable at the time to say the N word so many times, and how, it was breaking barriers to have like a black lead in the movie and why that's important, and Mel Brooks's comedy, and this is where this comes from, and the whole thing. And it was great. It was a whole, 3 months of breaking down Blazing Saddles 5 minutes at a time.
So you are an expert.
Yeah, that's another movie that when I see it on, I have to watch it because I rewatch it, and it all starts coming back to me of what all that teacher was teaching us, and it's just, oh my god, it's so
Now, when you're watching that movie and your wife or somebody else is next to you, do you like pause it every 5 minutes to explain to them, okay, this
no,
scene?
no, I
Okay,
don't
good.
have I don't have that kind of memory, but I do. I don't remember everything we talked about in that class. It was over 20 years ago. But there's some high points that I remember, and I'll push pause, and if it's really freaking funny, I'll do that.
I bet. Yeah, people love.
Oh, absolutely, they love it. My
Yeah,
wife has to love me, so she
wants you to press
has
pause
to
all the
listen.
time.
Yes,
Yep,
yes.
love a good pause.
Well, I saw something on the news today. On the news, I don't watch the news. I looked this up. There's a guy in England who just got the Guinness World Record as the oldest living person, oldest living man. You have the article, Meredith? It was very,
We're like 84, 85.
it was like 111. But it said he got the Guinness World Record for the oldest living man, but then the other two people were 112 and 114. But I think they were deceased, which is why he got the oldest living man Guinness World Record. And then there's an oldest living woman in Spain who's 117 years old.
Is he in a blue zone?
I don't know. What's a blue zone?
Wow, I hear about it all the time. It's like this. I bet Matt knows what a blue zone is. Oh yeah. My wife talks about it. My dad's actually super into it for some reason, but it's like these little pockets of I think they're primarily in Asia, around Japan and stuff, all over the place, but usually around the sea, right? Because a lot of fish kind of stuff. I'm gonna get okay. Well, it's about like their diet. Anyways, blue zones is like a group of people where they all live way longer on average
Oh,
than others. Is that somewhat accurate? I'm getting the head nod.
interesting.
So
Okay.
there's like little pockets of cultures and people that
Sure.
just like if our average lifespan in America is 65,
Uh-huh.
theirs is like 95. It's like
Huh.
way above the average.
Okay.
So they're called blue zones. And
Okay.
sometimes it's like, well, the people, I don't know if there's a real reason why, but I hear like, oh, they eat primarily fish, or they eat a lot more of this, or they don't eat a lot of processed foods, or,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it is. Or sometimes they have no 5G or Wi-Fi,
yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
that has an effect. Who
yeah.
knows?
But I saw it and it got me to thinking, how old do you, if you got to choose, nobody gets to choose, but if you got to choose, when would you turn it off?
55 to 70, somewhere in there.
Okay. A little early, don't you think?
I mean, how long do you want to live?
I want to live until I go back into diapers. When I go back into diapers, adult diaper, I'm done.
That could be 65. You never know.
It better not be because I'll be very upset. But that to me is a cutoff point of I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have the same. I'm the same. You know, when you can't do the things you want to do anymore, right? You
Yeah,
know, if
and
you
that's
can no longer drive or work on projects
yeah,
or play sports with your grandkids, like,
yeah,
say goodbye.
yeah.
Hug them. Hug them one last time,
Yep, yeah, yeah. And I think that's more to what I'm talking about is like when I can't live fully and do all the things that I want to do and and live the way that I want to live, then I'm done.
Yeah, but that happens gradually and you'll be like, "Oh, I can no longer run." Well, that's okay. I don't need to
I hate running,
run.
so that's over.
And then you'll lose the next thing and you'll be like, "Well, I didn't really care about that shit anyways." And then before you
Yeah.
know it, you're 99 years old in diapers and
No,
you're still here.
I don't know. I fear going back into diapers. I fear going into adult diapers is like a loss of independence or like
Oh, yeah.
there's just something about it that I'm not doing that. I'm not. Mm-mm, not gonna do it.
Yeah.
That'll be it for me. That'll be my see y'all later.
No, it's a tough subject and yeah, obviously I was joking, but yeah, I mean everybody's opinions are I mean they're typically based off of how they've seen others,
Yeah.
go. And that can vary a lot. Like if you've seen people have horrific, terrible, drawn out deaths, and
Yeah,
sometimes you're
that
like,
just breaks my heart when
yeah, like in hospitals for
yeah,
years
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
That
Like,
that's
yeah,
exactly what my point of what I don't want.
yeah,
Just put me out of my freaking misery. Just buy a Harley and just ride off into the sunset at 100 miles an hour. That'd be
right
that.
off the cliff. Yeah,
Yep.
and then you survive, and then you're in the hospital for 5 years.
No, not if you go off a mountainside. but it but here's the other thing I was thinking of when I saw this man that got this award was the people that do all of this longevity, you know, wanting to prolong their life and wanting to live and like take super care of themselves and all this research that's going into extending human life and all this kind of stuff. I just don't understand it. Beer break. And we're back. Yeah, like I was saying, I also don't understand wanting to super prolong your life and live to be 130. Just die when you die.
Yeah, I feel like we're approaching the tricky territory of
Death.
you know,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know. It's just an
everybody's different.
interesting thought. And I applaud these people who are 100 years old. I knew someone, she's passed now, but she was 99, kicking, driving, talking, drinking, flying, vacationing, all the things. And to be 99, 100 years old and doing that is amazing. And then she just went to sleep and didn't wake up. That's how I really want to go out. I hope everybody wants to go out that way.
Having a nice long sleep.
Uh huh. And we're gonna change the subject. But I just thought it was interesting. The guy's 111 years old. He's born in 1912. Think about all the things that he's seen in his life. I think I've seen a lot because I was born in 85. That guy, he's seen electricity come around. Holy shit. Now to AI computers.
So is he still alive?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
how old is he?
111.
Whoa, that's a good number. He should just quit now.
Yeah. Just turn it off.
Yeah, just quit while he's ahead. 111. That's a cool one.
Yeah.
111. Ooh, what if he? Oh, he missed it. Damn it. January 11th. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
11111.
1111111.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too late, buddy. All right, now he has to go for 12.
Yeah.
December 12th next year.
Yep.
112
Yep. 11224.
or 212.
Ooh.
Nah, that's too much.
No. Adding one more one is just not gonna
No,
work.
12. That's it's 1,012 or 1,112, right?
I don't know. I can't do numbers.
412. I don't know.
Tell me what you know about cicadas.
I just gotta say, your transitions are flawless.
Thank you. I appreciate
So,
that.
yeah, hats off to you. Cicadas,
My
they're
hat is off.
annoying as shit. Uh, yeah, they're loud.
Yeah.
They make me fall asleep because I always love like sleeping in the woods and
But
camping.
you
And
just said they're annoying as shit.
when you're
What?
not out in the wilderness trying to sleep.
So when you're at home, they're
Oh
annoying.
yeah, you're in your backyard like hanging out, and they like fly at you, hit you in the face.
Oh yeah, that part's annoying.
June bugs also suck.
Yeah.
Same reason. We should
Well,
just can we just exterminate June bugs and cicadas?
I
Do they
mean, you
have any
can, and
purpose?
then you'll kill most of everything else. That's the problem.
Oh,
With,
I meant like the whole world, like extinct them. Extinct?
I mean, yeah, you could, and then you
Extinguish?
would take most of the biome with it.
Yeah. We need to invent some kind of like bug that only eats cicadas and they just all go away.
But then,
Then we'll have that bug to deal with.
yeah, then you'll have, yeah, the cure may be worse than the
Once the
disease.
cicadas are gone, what are they going to eat?
Yeah.
I mean, forget about owls. Watch out for those bugs. You know,
Ben, ben and his owls.
I bet owls would eat a cicada, a small owl maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I bet birds eat them, right?
I
Birds,
don't know.
birds eat bugs.
Yeah, but that's a big ass bug. I can see them like turning a bird into their bitch.
A cicada?
Yeah, just they've got them crawly ass arms like a oh, what's a praying mantis on the front. And I can just see him like clawing at the bird's eyes or something.
It
You
like
know?
flies
Uh,
like the bird eats it and then like from its mouth it like opens its
yeah,
mouth,
like
like
not today.
yeah, grabs its tongue.
Yep.
Wow. Someone do like one of those AI animations for that. That would be
Yep.
fun to watch.
So apparently, this year is supposed to be one of the worst years in modern history for cicadas. I don't know if you know how they
Nope.
burrow and then they come out after it's like 13 to 17 years.
So June bugs.
Talk about my transitions.
do you do they leave the shell? They leave a shell, right? An
Oh yeah,
exoskeleton.
yeah, yeah,
But do cicadas as well?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
So cicadas are the larger ones,
yep,
and they're like when they're alive, they have like the pretty rainbow kind of
yeah. They're very pretty
wings,
to look
right?
at. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
cool.
So when did they come about in the season?
I think early summer, June, May, June, July, something like that. Early summer, and then they're only out for like 90 days,
Oh, thank goodness.
like 2 or 3 months.
That's not bad.
I can't get a clear answer on this because they emerge in these broods, which are millions, billions, if not trillions of these things. And apparently this year is supposed to be trillions
In the
worldwide
teas.
when these two specific broods emerge and they're subterranean. So they're in the dirt 13 to 17 years growing, I guess. That's what I can't get a clear answer on. Is like,
Wait, what?
yeah,
So this batch of cicadas that's about to come
has
out of
been
the
in the
ground.
ground for 13 to 17 years. Yeah.
No, that's crazy. That's some
Yeah.
Jurassic Park shit.
And that's what I can't understand is are they hibernating for that long or are these the eggs that from the last time this brood came out and then they all mated and I'm assuming that the eggs dropped to the ground and got buried in the ground whatever. It takes 13 years for them to grow. That's the answer I can't get and I'm sure I could find it if I look deep enough if I cared enough, but I just don't.
No, that's crazy. I mean, like we could look up somebody could look up like the stats of like how long eggs take to hatch, and
Mhm.
obviously like live birth, like mammals,
Mhm.
we're 9 months, but there's other mammals that take longer than 9 months.
Mhm.
Some are very short. That'd be kind of interesting to see. But 13
13
years
to 17 depending
to
on,
hatch
yeah, I think that's what that is.
chickens are like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They're like 4 times the size of a cicada.
Maybe they're simple and cicadas are very complex. Who knows?
It is weird. Have you ever thought about when you're like thinking to yourself like you do, um, how it's weird that like humans, so like we take 9 months and we take like a year and a half to walk, right? On average.
Uh-huh.
Horses, I don't know the actual time it takes to birth a horse, but I think it's less than 9 months, maybe a little bit more. They walk within like an hour.
Yeah, and
And
giraffes
it's
and
insane.
other wild, antelope and stuff, they start running at birth.
Why do we suck so bad?
Oh, we're weak
I
ass,
think we're just lazy.
lazy, and just we're a weak ass
We
species.
uh we want to milk it.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, if parents would muscle up and start forcing their kids to walk, they'd walk, same day. They'd walk out of the hospital.
That's probably true.
But we're too nice and sweet to our kids.
I think it might be because we're such an aggressive race that if we reproduce faster and more aggressively, it'd probably be a lot worse for us.
That's
Like
scary as
think
shit.
about like if we had a full grown human within like a year,
Ugh, like a
or 6
pig.
weeks.
Yeah.
It'd be
Able to reproduce it.
terrifying. Yeah.
Pig's able to reproduce at like 9 months old.
The world would be gone.
Yeah.
If that changed like today and then like all of a sudden we could make a full grown human in like 6 weeks, the world would be done in like less than a year.
So back to my cold opening, I would take all the warning labels off of everything because there would just be too many
Oh,
people.
you'd have to.
Yeah, we
You'd have to put
just need that to work itself
encourage
out.
labels on everything.
Yeah. Give everyone a fork and just point them towards an outlet. Good luck.
Fork here.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'd call them fork outlets.
Forklets.
Yeah, forklets. Good luck.
Uh,
Let that work
my
itself out.
son, my son just started saying why to everything.
Oh
And it's
no.
still freaking cute. So he's like, why? And it's like the cutest thing ever. And
Give
it's
it till next month.
no, and well, it's been like a month, but he doesn't say it in a whiny thing yet. It's just like I'm teaching
Curious.
him something. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
like,
right.
hey, this is I don't have any examples right now, but
Yeah.
this is an orange crown. Why? Like this is a blue marker. Why? Like
Okay.
it's just cute.
Okay.
The other day, he literally had a knife and was close-ish to putting it in the outlet. And I was like, no, 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 son. Don't do that. Why? I'm like, well,
It go
I'll,
bang and you say
yeah,
ow.
ouchie. Yeah. So parents, put the little plastic fillers on the outlets. Baby
Or
proof
you
your
can get
home.
the temper resistant outlets and it has it built in.
I think we might. Do we have any baby proofing companies using field poles? Because that's like a new thing. They'll come
It
and
is a new thing,
baby
yeah.
proof your house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should look into that.
we should. That'd be a fun in the field.
Oh, yeah. And it would be a very short in the field because they do the same thing over and over and over again. It's 7 products that you install and you move on to the next
I was
one.
trying to tee you up for speaking of in the field.
Speaking of in the field, we're going to film one tomorrow. Pay attention, coming soon. How long do you guys think that'll take to edit, produce, cut? So by the end of the day.
Same day.
Yeah, same day turnaround. Sweet. So tomorrow night we will be launching our uh third. Did the second one ever make it out?
By the time this airs, which will be 2 weeks from now ish,
Mm-hmm.
um, probably like a month away, maybe.
Okay.
So look forward to it next month.
Yes, and just next month.
So,
Yeah.
what is in the field? Who are we doing it with? What does that mean?
So I'll explain the basic idea, the basic concept behind in the field. Think dirty jobs. What do we say meets what?
Daniel Myers.
Daniel Myers. Well, I'm in the middle of it, but dirty jobs meets what's the YouTube channel that we
I don't want to shout them out.
Okay. Well, there's a very good YouTube channel that does business profile videos, and they'll walk through certain field service businesses and kind of do a ride along, a walk along type thing. So think of that meets dirty jobs, where I am in the field with guys doing various tasks. Just so happens we've done two HVAC companies and more to come. If you own a weird business, let's talk. Where I go out and hang out with you guys, contractor for the day. So the episode that we're filming tomorrow in Wiley, Texas, is changing out an air conditioning system, but it's not just an equipment change out. They're also relocating the air handler from a closet, downstairs closet, up into the attic. So it'll be a little bit more extensive than just a, you know, quick equipment change out. And so I'll be working with Sal and Fair Comfort Solutions and his tech and getting that all done. Hopefully, we're gonna try and get it done in one day. Sal thinks he'll have to go back for day two, and
Sal doesn't know how fast you work,
no, he doesn't. And I'm not gonna show him either because then he'll want to make me an offer.
that you can't refuse.
He
But you'll
can,
refuse it. You can't leave
yeah,
us.
I'll refuse it. I give it up.
Good.
Um, so yeah,
I wasn't worried.
no, I'm good. There's a reason I'm here. Um, so yeah, we're gonna try and get it done in one day. If not, we might go back for day two to finish up some of the trunk lines. Every bedroom's getting a return. Don't think we can get all that done in one day. But yeah, look for that coming soon on the Field Pulse YouTube channel. And if all of our content dreams and plans and wishes come true, we can turn that into a regular monthly series, maybe a couple week series. We can get enough of them lined up where it can be somewhat regular. And the it's cool and it's fun to do the normal businesses of HVAC, electric, plumbing, changing out water heaters, panels, that kind of thing. This and that's fun, but we're also looking for some very oddball businesses. We have a beekeeping business nearby. I'm going to try and get in touch with them, and I'd love to go on a
Hmm.
I don't even know what you call it, a bee job. I don't even know what you call it. I'm sure a lot of it's bee removal
Bee
and
removal and
salvation and
transfer. Well,
yeah.
a lot of times. So my parents have actually had one of those companies out. Um, Fun story. We noticed when I was living at home, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, we noticed a bunch of bees going in and out of our garage.
Uh huh.
And we had an old pile of like uh maybe like carpet or something like laying on the driveway for like a couple days.
Uh
And
huh.
we thought they were in there, just kind of nested for some reason. Doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah.
and so they were kind of flying in and out of the garage to this carpet thing, whatever.
Uh huh.
And bees, if you don't mess with them, they don't mess with you. It's
Yep.
it's it's fine. So I was gonna mow the lawn. I went to my garage. Bees everywhere, like a lot. It wasn't a little bit. It was like 50 buzzing in and
Uh
out.
huh.
But you just kind of slowly walk in, grab the mower, slowly walk out. You're fine.
Yep.
I get halfway in, and I make the mistake of like, I'm just gonna look up. I'm just gonna look up, and I look up, and it's like a 2 foot wide circumference, giant, massive beehive
Huh.
in the garage. And it was like the biggest thing I've ever seen. Like 2 feet wide, a
Yeah.
foot down, like just
Wow.
covered in bees, thousands of bees. It was
Okay.
crazy.
It's like I'm just trying to get the picture. Was it a detached garage?
Yeah, yeah. It
Okay.
was it was
Okay.
a big detached garage, it was like
Okay.
2 or 3 car garage. Yeah,
Okay. That
yeah.
makes sense how it got able to be that big and y'all didn't notice it.
Oh, yeah, and it's like 15 feet up
Okay.
or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah, it's like an old house
Okay.
garage.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so they hired this company to come out, take them all safely away, and they
Mm-hmm.
also, packaged repackaged them, I don't know. They put them into a proper hive
Yeah.
on our property that we now can, like, get honey out of and
Oh
stuff.
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Cool.
So I think there's lots of options. You can, like, just have them hauled off, have them put into
You know,
whatever it's
rehome
called.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rehousing. Yeah. But, I mean, now they get honey and
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, beekeeping is a business who uses Field Pulse. We have a crime scene cleanup company who just signed on not too long ago. I'm
That won't
very
be in the field, that'll be in the streets.
Yeah, that'll definitely be in the streets. Power washing, yeah.
Rubber gloves.
So yeah, any weird, strange, just odd businesses that people obviously do for money. I'm super because I've done so much of the normal constructions that to me it's boring. And once we get through a couple of air conditioning units and a couple of water heaters and a couple of, you know, normal trades businesses, I'll be looking for some weird stuff to make things interesting, keep things interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we still want to do more of that. So, if you own a business or know someone that wants to get featured or do some video stuff,
Mhm.
call us, send us an email.
Yeah, and
But
we're not poo pooing anybody's normal AC business because there are certain scenarios that we're very interested in, like the first one that we did when we showed up, and it was being donated by the supplier and the contractor who did it, and that's amazing.
mhm,
I want to be a part of that. I want to make a video out of that. I want to make that something special as it is. We just didn't know anything about it until the day that we showed up that oh, they're actually donating this unit to the or to the customer. So that's amazing. So
that was cool.
yeah, so that is absolutely 100% give us a call for that kind of stuff too. But
The Stranger Fields.
yeah, and then the Stranger Fields working title. The Stranger Fields thing is I'm interested to get into and just really discover what weird things people do for money.
Maybe don't say it like that.
Oh, I
But
will.
the creative businesses out
Yeah,
there.
creative business. Yeah, that's another way that yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, you also have a what is it? Is it professional baseball? MLB?
Yeah, yeah. We just signed up a company who does service, maintenance, and selling pitching machines to high school, college, and professional baseball teams. Which that's the kind of stuff I'm so interested in. Is how do you get into that?
Mhm.
How do you find that? Now I know his story and how he started his business, but it's so straight like crime scene cleanup. What? Do you, did you witness this and then you figured out how to get paid for it? I mean, I hope not, but
Did you witness it?
yeah,
You like you witnessed the
yeah,
crime?
were you there at the scene of the crime and
Hey, I got
and
a mop.
then they offered you $500 to clean it up because no one else would? I mean, that's the story, the evolution of these businesses that I'm so interested in is how did you get into it?
Yeah,
The
you would
genesis of these.
you would think like police departments or whatever agencies have to hire out somebody, right? And then
Yeah,
eventually those, I mean, what generic cleaning company would do that? They eventually
that
become niche
that's
and decide
exactly
I'm going full in on crime scene,
that's exactly the kind of questions I want to ask. And there's so many different directions you can ask that question. Did a police department call a cleaning company and say, "Hey, got a job for you,"
Well,
and
they
then
they had to have had a like internal first, right? So like
maybe,
I mean, you would think, because like imagine like a city, they have all that stuff internal. They rarely sub stuff out unless it's a special thing or they need to.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
most likely it was like, oh, we have these two janitors we hire for the for the department, and not every department has crazy crime scenes.
yeah,
In a big city they do, but
yeah,
small
sure,
cities don't. So maybe just one day they were like, you know what, the people here don't want to do that anymore. We should sub it out.
yeah. That's the kind of thing
I don't know.
I'm very interested in, and yeah, and we have a few other. I can't wait to go hang out with the septic guys. Any of the septic guys, y'all give us a call. I've been in y'all's Facebook groups. I've seen how y'all communicate with each other. Apparently, I missed out completely on going to y'all's trade show down near Waco, Texas. We missed a golden opportunity. Uh, I really really hope to be at the next one. By the way, um, I feel like
In Waco?
yeah,
Okay.
yep, a septic event in Waco that just works itself out. Um,
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
yes, yes. I feel like those septic people are like they're my people. I feel like we would understand each other.
Instantly connect.
Yes. Oh yeah. And
You don't have to talk. You just
yeah,
make eye
fast
contact.
friends. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. One guy told us explicitly he does not think he'll be good on camera because he curses too much, and he thinks that the only thing that the audience or the audience of the show is going to hear is just beep 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 and beep 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 and but and beep 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 beep, beep and hey, let's go, let's do it.
Yeah, he reached out a while back, right? What's up with him? Let's get him on the schedule.
Yeah, we need to.
Where's he at?
Uh,
Waco?
kind of Central Texas. I think he's outside of Waco West, I believe.
Let's do it.
3 or 4 hour drive.
Hey, buddy, if you're listening, let's go.
We're coming. Let's go.
Send us your address. We'll
Yep,
be there.
you know who you are. We've already talked.
Rain, shine, or shit.
Waco has all of those.
With or without septic.
Yep. Well, I
Wait,
think
wait,
that's a
wait,
good.
wait, 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 wait.
What?
I can't forget.
What?
Potato update.
They're leafing. They're growing.
We got
They're
leaves?
oh yeah, they're
All
bushing.
right.
There's only one sweet potato that didn't take.
Oh, did he die?
I guess. I guess he's fertilizer now.
You had to put him down?
Yep.
That's
Well, I
sad.
already did.
Was it like the runt or?
No, they were all pretty good size.
Hmm.
I guess he just didn't want to, didn't feel like it. So he's
Lazy son of a bitch.
Yep. So he's worm food now.
All right.
So
Well, his energy will be reconstituted. I know. I lost it. Nope.
yeah, he will be worm food for the rest of
Yeah,
the potato bed.
I'll do it.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Yep. So coming soon, bushels and bushels of potatoes. Doing a little bit more reading. Each potato multiplies into 4 to 12 potatoes from one potato.
You read them books? What kind of books do you read them?
Oh, it's not books, it's the internet. And trust everything on the internet. So we'll see. I don't know. My first time growing potatoes.
Cool.
See how it goes. We'll know shortly, here in a couple months.
All right. Mashed potatoes, here we come.
Yeah. Great. Cool.
Daniel, thank you for having me. This was fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming back. You gonna do one more?
Well,
Like
one more show?
Yeah, you're gonna stretch your streak out a little bit
Yeah,
before
sure.
you
Before I
decide to
call in a sub?
before you decide to go get surgery or something or
Yeah, maybe.
move or I don't know, you can just take a break or
Call
a
in
vacation or
sick.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
So maybe. All right. That's it, everybody. See you later.
Cheers.